This morning we didn't know how long our Zoom was going to go. So I wanted to still take some time to go over our DOL, and I'm going to drop it right here in this video for you to review. So first of all, we're starting out with number 1, choose the best adjective for the sentence. Now, notice we're asking about an adjective here. Adjective describe nouns. So we're describing the noun that's coming next. Well, blue is not a noun, so we're describing her eyes. So we must be comparing Connie's doll's eyes to someone else's. So Connie's doll has the loveliest blue eyes. We're going to assume that we're talking about out of all blue eyes, Connie's doll has the loveliest because they didn't compare it to anyone else's specifically. Now again, we're going to talk about another adjective for number 2. Wood is blank than plastic. Wood is harder than plastic. Wood is harder than plastic. Wood is hardest than plastic. I want to remind you that when we describe two things like wood and plastic, we use the ending that has 2 letters in it. Harder. Wood is harder than plastic. Now we're still doing some describing, but now we're going to use adverbs. Adverbs add to a verb. So adverbs add description to verbs. How high can you jump? What are they doing? They're jumping. Let's look at our choices. How high can you jump? Can you jump? You and jump. They're describing the jumping part, which is high. How high can you jump? This is one of our easier adverbs because it's going to end with that ly. He immediately left after she called. Well, what he did was he left, and what describes how he left? He left immediately. And there we have the ending, the ly ending in that adverb. Now remember, our conjunctions, this is one thing that tricked you up a little bit in our last couple of discussions. Conjunctions hook together 2 different ideas. Sometimes it's a whole sentence. In this situation, I would like to see the movie. I am busy. What hooks these 2 together? The word but. I would like to see the movie, but I am busy. Here again, we have, he knew it was difficult. He tried his best. You could actually make those into 2 separate sentences, but we have a conjunction that hooks them together into one. He knew it was difficult, yet he tried his best. She was in pain. She needs some medication. It's 2 complete ideas, 2 sentences that are hooked together with the conjunction so. She was in pain, so she needs some medication. Now we move on to our dictionary skills. Now the word here that has been our entry word is the word rule. And the examples that are given to us, it says it could be a verb or a noun. The first definition is to be in charge of a country, to rule a country. Then we have to make a decision. Number 3, something that needs to be followed. Number 4, steps to follow in math because a math problem to get the right answer, like a rule, meaning you always add. Our example in our sentence says, there is a rule about chewing gum. Well, it's not about math. It's not about being in charge of a country. It's not really about making a decision. Let's see what our other one. Oh, something that needs to be followed. That would be a rule that needs to be followed. We are not going to chew gum, so it is decision number 3. Of course, for us, we're in our homes, or you are, right? Here again is the same entry word, rule, and then we have the same definitions. The judge ruled that he was guilty. Well, the judge is not in charge of a country, and this isn't about math, but the judge did what? He made a decision. So we go with number 2. And number 10, use the same dictionary entry box to answer another question about another sentence. It's still the word rule. What rule did you follow to get the answer? Answer. That gave me a clue right there. Definitely not about a country, not about decisions or following something that has to be done all the time. This is like, I need to remember that in this one, I need to add or I need to subtract to find my answer. So this is number 4, steps to follow to get an answer. All right, now, whoops, my screen switched. Okay. The king's rule was fair and just. Uh-oh, I know that's talking about a king, so now we're definitely talking about who's in charge of the country. He's in charge. So this is number 1. The king's rule was fair and just. And number 12, now we're going to see how the title should be written correctly. Brown bear, what do you see? Remember, we always capitalize the beginning and then all of the important words. And for this one, all of the words are important. Brown bear, what do you see? We don't have any little words like to. Now, we do have do there, but in this particular one, do is an important part of this title. Now let's look at our pronouns. If I never find my glasses, I think I'll have blank replaced. Well, my glasses is a plural word. There are 2 lenses in your glasses. And so I can't say I will replace it. I will have them replaced. And then finally, when computers crash, blank needs to be fixed immediately. Again, this is plural, so the word it needs to be fixed immediately doesn't work. It's plural, so we have to say when computers crash, they need to be fixed immediately. All right, I will see you today during math. Don't forget me.